Okay, I'm back at the shop after testing this holzfforma 365. I wasn't impressed. It was very hard to tune the carb. Yeah, very hard to tune the carb. Just wasn't stable. So I did a pressure vac test on it. It seemed to be okay. It was okay. But after I've run it now, I'll show you what I've discovered. I'm gonna get you right in here, show you here. This I've had this problem before on these and heard of other people had problems. Here's your bearing on the PTO side, and it's supposed to have a little O-ring on there so no leakage comes between the bearing and the crank here and out, eh? Then the seal also rides on this bushing that goes on there, okay? This bushing, the outer edge of the bushing seals it, and the inner part, that O-ring seals it, okay? I've seen some of them missing, just like this one. Now, if you notice this color of this sleeve, it's red, okay? Here's the seal that was in it. It's red. This thing's super sloppy in this seal. You know, it just barely grabs, you know, and it's already wearing the seal kind of out. It does have a spring behind that seal, but there's not much material. It's like it's tore the seal instantly. Okay. I have some OEM ones here I'm going to put in, plus that O-ring. I'm just going to go clean this up just a tad with a little bit of paper. Oh, I got some right here. Then I'm going to show you how to put these seals in. This is the PTO side, and I'm going to go put one under the flywheel too on the ignition side. Didn't take much to clean up, okay? So I found a few things on this saw I don't like. Only a couple little things I do like, and I'll tell you that at the end. Okay, let's get our O-ring on this crankshaft here. Put it over it and slide it right down against the bearing. For years, I've always put a little bit of glue on this sleeve as well. First, we're going to put the seal in. Here's the OEM seal, the blue one with the spring behind it. Set your seal in. Have a seal driver. I have multiple ones for different units. And just tap it in until it touches the case. Okay, that's all there is to that. Now we're going to take the sleeve, and I'm going to put a little bit of the Moto seal on it. Just double protection. Be a little hard to get off next time, but big deal. At least it won't suck air. Okay. It cut not bad, but not to my liking. Just the carburetor tuning or this air leak. That was the problem. I'm sure of it. Okay, get that on there. Okay, slam, that's in. Now you have a washer that goes under the oiler gear. So this flat washer, okay, that goes down on there. That spaces the oiler gear from the oiler. We're going to put the oiler back on. Find our little thing here. I've done lots of 372, so I can take the oiler and stuff off without taking the crankcase apart. This thing's also leaking gas. I'm going to change the hose. I don't like the original hose. It was kind of hard, and I should have changed it already, but I just wanted to go run it first. So now I know I'm going to change it for sure. Okay, we lift the band out a bit. She's Monday. Everyone's hopefully having a good Monday. Okay, let's get that oiler back in there. Get our oil pipe tube up into the notch under the bar plate. Obviously it doesn't fit too good. And get our screws back into position here. Now on these screws, I also use a little bit of glue, just because they do go into the crankcase. So the two screws, I put a little bit of glue on them from the factory from Husky. They always have a little bit of like a Loctite or a seal on them. These ones didn't, but maybe that was part of it as well. Alrighty. It's nice going out and running saws. I enjoyed it. It's nice weather today. We've had a couple little rainstorms, but overall we're supposed to get some really warm weather for this weekend. We're going to take our trailer and go camping for a few days. Okay, so the oiler's back on. New seal and O-ring on this side. Get our oiler gear back on. Okay, clutch back on. Righty loosey, lefty tighty. Don't have a special clutch puller like I have. This one does the 300, 365, 372s, 395, 385s of some sorts. Okay, you know, so just take a socket and grind slots out to make these little forks, and you can make your own tool. All right, that's back on. I just kind of tightened it by hand. Now we'll put the drum bearing clip and washer back on. Okay, and we're going to take the flywheel off and change the seal on that side. Where's the clip? There's the clip. I have a crummy clip on this thing too. It doesn't fit real tight, but I kind of squashed it a bit so it's a little bit tighter on there. Don't want that flying off instantly. Come on. Oh, so tight I can't get it on. Come on. Live video. Yeah, it's kind of a crummy clip. Maybe I should put an OEM one on it. There we go. Oh. There we go. Okay. Okay. Flywheel side one. Let's take our starter off. And we'll take the flywheel off. I'll show you how to do that one. There's special little steel removal tools you can buy. I never had them for Huskies. I got them for stills. I've always just used a different method. There's switch wire off. Air conductor off. Okay, get our flywheel off. 13 mil. You usually don't need a puller to take the flywheel off either. Just give it a little smack with the hammer. Hold the weight of the saw up with the flywheel. Just smack the side of the fins. And bam, bam. Normally they just pop right off. There we go. Okay, that's off. Oh, it does have a weird keyway. Odd keyway. Huh. Not an integral, so you gotta be careful with these. Don't lose that keyway. Most of the other ones are built in, what they call an integral keyway. Okay, the seal looks new. Obviously it's new, it's a new saw, but it doesn't look too bad. So I'm gonna get that one out of there though, and we're gonna change it anyways. Okay, I just use a screwdriver. Gonna poke underneath it, pry it out. Crude method, but it works. Done it for years. Okay, so let's look at this one. Same sort of thing. A little marking on the crankshaft where the seal's been riding, but we're gonna put a new one in anyways. Okay, make sure you put a little oil on it, a little grease. Okay, set it on there. Don't need a seal sleeve. Just get that on there. Get the right little punch for that, and bang it in there. Okay, there we go. And this one allows the depth to be just right on the seal driver. Okay, let's get this flywheel back on. See if we can get it on with that keyway. Kind of a weird built keyway. Don't like it. Okay, let's get that on there. Might be a little hard to get on. Just put a little grease on it so it holds it into the crankshaft. Just a little bit of it. Come on. Don't like it. Don't like it. Come on. Okay, so we'll go to the round part. So, like so. There we go. Okay, so let's get that on. See if we can't line that up without it falling out of there. Oh, look at that. First shot. Bonus. Okay, tighten that flywheel up. Okay, starter back on. Air conductor first. Switch wire was all loose on this thing. One thing nice about it, it's got a nice cover over the spark plug wire, so that won't arc out and wear out against your cylinder. One of the good things on here. Okay, switch wire back on. Let's tighten that up again. I already tightened it up once. I don't like it. It's kind of weird. Okay. Come on. Do it too much now. Yeah. Hopefully we can get this working today. I got a lot to do. Just end up having all these little things you got to do to these. It takes all your time up. There we go. Okay, route the switch wire back through the air conductor here. Press it down with a little screwdriver. Get it in its notch so it doesn't fly out and get caught around the flywheel. Quite thin plastic, but it seems to work. Get our starter back on, line our bushing up here. Make sure that bushing's in the brake handle. A lot of people take these apart, they fall out, and then they don't know where they go, or they put them in backwards. So this bushing sits in the brake handle with a flat surface against the crankcase with the piece up into the chain brake handle. People lose them and put their starter together and wonder why it kind of binds up. Okay, these are a little offset a little bit. Okay, that's back on. Let's get our 4 mil, tighten her up. We'll just run these in. You know me with impacts, I just like to run them in, then I check them by hand on everything. Even at the go-kart races this weekend, I was watching guys changing tires. I said, you guys running those in with this impact? Check them by hand. Sure enough, I seen a couple wheels fall off. Okay, that's back on. Okay, so we've changed both seals now. I'll put the bar and chain back on it. And go out and run it again. Let's actually run it now and just see if it actually, how it even runs. I better not. Shelly's upstairs maybe on the phone. Anyways, that's what I've done to it now. I'm going to go try it again and see how it runs with this still same carburetor on. I already went through it once. So let's see if this works, and we'll get it on to a next episode of running it again and then see if it worked. Keep your saw wood, stick your knife, rubbing road. Look over your holzfforma or aftermarket made saws. Real good. That's the problem with them. They're cheap, but you got to do a lot of stuff to make them work right. Or they'll probably just blow up like I've seen a lot do, and then you're out your $150, which ain't so bad, I guess. Anyways, have a great day. See you later.